And so even though I'm answering the question, the most benefit out of these sessions is this so-called inner focus. And I would say, instead of inner focus, the allocation of the attention vector, the vector of the attention, the direction towards the body. A smile always helps. So any other thing in the shoebox?
There is. This answer might be a bit long, but let's see.
This previous one was quite involved.
Yeah. This one, the question is shorter, but the answer might not be so short. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That's your department. I am 32 years old, very interested in creating prosperity and financial success. I don't mind working hard. Day and night, this is all I think about. I read and study many books and participate in many seminars about the subject. I am quite confident about my future success already. In your opinion, what is the one single thing that would make or break my success? And how can you help me with this?
Wow. The dude is with it, eh?
Sounds like it.
Okay, so is there a name or no?
Anonymous.
Anonymous, okay. It's easier to call somebody Steve or George than...
We can call him George.
Oh, whatever. At least the previous person was almost insane.
Just don't call him Rusty.
So we're smiling. Let's not forget that this is the most serious subject in the world, and the only way we can do it, practice it, is absolutely in a non-serious fashion. No, we're not crazy, we're only a little bit. Okay, so this anonymous dude, 32 years old, okay. Sounds like you won't need any basic instructions for success, like getting up early and doing your work and focusing on one thing. And I'm sure you have done your marketing and sales and legal and all that. So sounds like you're on your way to success, which is wonderful. Congratulations. And the question is, what is this, if I could pick out one thing or something like that, what is the single most important thing in
that will make or break
success?
And how can you help them with that?
Okay. Okay.
Small.
Yeah, very small. In such a short time, I could make a few comments about that. Oh, look, we went out of focus. Okay.
Okay.
I guess I can't move too much.
Right.
It's not magic, honestly. I'm not disappearing. I'm still here.
Astral traveling.
Astral traveling. Oh, that's
my body.
I'm waiting for the first question for that. Okay, so success. What's the make or break? Most important thing, in my opinion. And there are many important things, of course. I heard this joke once that someone was asking, what's the how to be rich and famous and successful, and someone says, take a look at exactly what the poor people do, study it diligently, learn exactly what they do, and then don't do it. Okay, so the single most important thing, in my opinion, that will make or break a person is the improper use of critical thinking. So a typical person who will be poor, if that person has aspirations of some kind, when an idea comes up, right away the mind kicks in and tells you why it can't be done. Yeah, but I won't be able to get to the bank, and what will the neighbors say, and yeah, but my husband won't approve, or whatever. So the immediate, the improper use of critical thinking. Or alternatively, they never think of using critical thinking. So one or the other. People go into a venture and they totally lack critical thinking. There is a dream. What should we do? Oh, I don't know, but my wife cooks very well. It's very typical, by the way. I think we should open a restaurant. Oh, okay. What kind? They're Hungarian, so my wife cooks Hungarian. Let's open a Hungarian restaurant. Okay. Okay, let's just do it. And no critical thinking goes into it as far as where is the market, how much it costs, what are the taxes, on and on and on. Is the staffing available, what are the legal ramifications, the zoning, so on and on and on, right? So, and occasionally people do that and succeed, actually. And that's a huge problem because then they expand. And they still have not used critical thinking. That's the biggest problem. Unless, of course, they attract help who are very smart with marketing, and they might have a bachelor's degree in business or master's degree. And then they were lucky. But the improper use of critical thinking is the single most fact, in my opinion. In my opinion, first you identify what the opportunity in front of you is there. Talk about it, be enthusiastic, go into it, dream about it, be even unreasonable. Go into your creative thinking. Oh my God, we could do this, we could franchise it all over the world, and I could be the queen of Holland and whatever. And with all my connections, we could do so. Go ahead and be crazy and make the dream big and feel it and be enthusiastic. And then switch into critical thinking. And critical thinking is simply, okay, what's it cost? Is there a market for it? On and on and on. And alternate between creative and critical thinking. That's usually a successful attitude that leads to success, because it's a delicate balance between creating and being critical, or using your limiting mind for what it's supposed to do, which is limiting, being critical. So I would say that my answer is the single most important thing is the proper way to use critical thinking. Mm-hmm. That will keep you successful. If not, guarantee trouble down the road. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, you're going to talk about deliberate thinking.
Yeah, and I think he was asking what sort of...
Yeah, how you can...
we don't even know if it's a he, do we? We're assuming... we're assuming it's a he. If you're a lady, we really apologize.
He was asking how you can help him, so I thought maybe you can help him with deliberate thinking.
What we call deliberate thinking is the most powerful tool available for business people or any other people. Deliberate thinking simply means that I think of whatever I want to think of, and whenever I want to think about it. Prior to this, we were joking about I think, therefore I am. Yeah. And you mentioned I deliberately think, therefore I am. So being able to stop your thinking is almost as good as winning on the lottery. I'm saying almost because if my daughters are listening to this message, then they would pick the millions of dollars anytime.
Most people would, I think.
Being able to stop thinking and having this clear space to draw on. It's like God gives you this magic clear space, and you can take your crayon and write on it without any disturbance. It's like the genie and the lamp. rub the lamp and the genie comes out and says, because you freed me from my slavery, I give you 3 wishes or something like that. So being able to stop thinking is very powerful. And I'm not talking about being drugged or drunk. Hey, smoke some grass and get drunk, and I'm not thinking. I'm not talking about that kind of stopping thinking. There is a technique that we practice that eventually leads to being able to stop thinking. Stop thinking means that you can think deliberately when and how you want to think. And so the question was how my teaching would be helpful for him. It's a very short answer, but take a look at some of the videos, see if you like them. But the bottom line is, we teach you how not to think, and you will be amazed at the results you get by not thinking. I think that's about it, yeah, right? So let's just be, and that just means that my attention, some of our attention is allocated this way. And when you practice enough doing this, the body will get used to it, that's what you mean. And it will happen without words. And we're grateful and appreciate the extent of this moment. We may feel this very pleasant feeling, and this very pleasant feeling may or may not be as deep as 5 minutes ago. And the art of this is, the most important thing is that we don't care. Because this moment's access to this very steady, non-changing feeling is that the intensity will shift and the angles to it will shift consistently. So it's never gonna feel exactly the same, even though the feeling is totally steady and not changing. Totally paradoxical, isn't it? Whatever depth we can feel this love, be grateful for it, and we can communicate our gratefulness by creating a geometry with our mouth that resembles a smile. And we greatly appreciate its simplicity. We are amazed like children. Oh my God, is this simple? Yes. Door opens, I open, the door, God comes in, universe comes in. Help is available in ways that we can possibly imagine. And we're paying a price for it. We're sacrificing something. What are we sacrificing? Maybe not eating, or not having sex, or staying in a monastery. None of those. We're only sacrificing one thing, our attention. We're not even sacrificing our own attention, because we're sacrificing someone else's attention, which is the monkey in the head. We're sacrificing the attention of the contrast mind, and for it, in exchange, we get this amazing, totally free, loving space that we were born with. You don't have to deserve it. Notice how a little smile, or changing the smile a little bit, helps us keep the attention, let's call it within. Eventually there will be no within or without, but now there is, so it's within. Thank you for being with us, guys. Lots of love to you. Keep this as long as you can. It will be easy, just a little smile here and there. And have a wonderful rest of the weekend.
And remember, if you want to watch these tapes, they'll be on YouTube, my YouTube channel.
Okay, take care, guys. Bye.